I'm gonna fucking die here, Jack!
You're watching Fugitive Red Eye, and welcome to the Season 2 compilation of movies you probably never fucking heard of. Now, Season 2 is only 4 episodes long, but Season 1 was only 6 episodes, including the 2 bonus episodes. And if you thought that there were time gaps between the episodes in Season 1, they got fucking nothing on Season 2, because Season 1 was all in 2015 and 2016. But Season 2 had an episode in 2017, an episode in 2018, one in 2021, and one this year, just like a week ago. Not to mention the last 2 episodes are considerably longer than any of the other episodes, so I feel totally justified in making this season compilation already. Unlike Season 1, these episodes all went as planned. Obviously, there was a lot of gaps in between, and there's many episodes I haven't got around to doing yet that I want to. But what I mean by all went as planned is there's no lost episodes like there was with Season 1, because Season 1, Episode 2 was lost, so Episode 2 was the bloopers and then a redo. That's how I included Episode 2 in Season 1. There's also none of those bonus episodes, because really those sucked. Also, minor correction, the card on the screen says Inside 2007, it's actually Inside 2006. This season does not have Snowman in very many episodes, just how it worked out. The format got shaken up a little bit. We had Spongy Buttons in his place in one episode, and then I had Corbin in another, and then the final one was just me, Corbin, Kino, Horizons. Kino was there too, but he didn't actually watch the movie. We just did it with the server for the latest episode. But anyway, let's just jump in. You're watching Fugitive Red Eye, and welcome to another episode of movies you probably never fucking heard of. Today we'll be talking about Werewolves of the Third Reich, which is honestly the most disappointing movie I have ever seen. I expected Nazi werewolves, but I did not get Nazi werewolves. I got a movie that was a poor...
It was Inglourious Basterds with a monster at the end.
It was a poor Inglourious Basterds ripoff, and the werewolves, you know Dorian Gray in The Mask, when the villain puts on the mask and he turns into like the evil mask? It looked like that, but not green. Those are laser scissors. Laser. Laser. Anyway, enough with the laser. The laser.
Does that come on the camera?
Yes, it probably does.
Yeah, it's probably unsettling.
Anyway, but awful movie, not even bad funny. And it has a really poor attempt at social commentary. There's this part where they're in the truck, and there's this black guy.
Oh. I just accidentally stuck my finger directly in front of the camera.
Great, you know I'm not editing this in the slightest.
Okay.
But there's this
Sweet.
black guy, right? And he's like, apparently he like did all the shit that would have got him a Medal of Honor, right? And they get on the bus with
oh yeah, he's
they're
like...
taking the Nazis prisoners, and like, apparently they made him sit in the back of the bus for a spot with a Nazi or some shit like that, which I'm just like, that would never happen.
The bus.
Well, they kicked him off because he wouldn't give up his seat to a Nazi. It's like,
no,
dude.
they want him to get off the bus to give up the seat for the Nazi and walk back to camp.
Regardless, it's bullshit. World War II was not quite like that. Come on. Don't be retarded.
Get to the... Oh my god, he did it again. Get to the back of the bus, you nigger.
Right? It's not how World War II was.
High fives the Nazi. Yeah, fuck black people.
But like that was a very small thing. They didn't even commit to it. They weren't even trying to be social commentary. Just that one scene.
It was bad.
Which really bothered me.
I just like the guy who punched out the commanding officer because he couldn't go home.
That was pretty funny.
Because he was a pussy and wanted to go home instead of fighting Nazis.
Oh, and there's like a lot of things that are word for word ripoffs.
You guys should be
Inglourious
cuddling.
Bastards. Yeah, we should be cuddling like this.
Yeah. Either that or like separated.
But like, it's bad. It is just so bad. It's not
Just
even
start-
funny.
Just start sucking on it.
But
Suck on him a bit.
no.
You know how to record, right?
Suck on it. Yeah.
Suck on the
his-
carrot.
Yeah.
You know how to end the
That's
recording,
sexy.
right?
How to end a recording?
Yeah, of course he does. You hit the stop button.
No, how to end one.
End
He'll tell
one?
you to end, but you don't do it.
Oh yeah. Anytime he records, I'll tell him to stop it and he won't, and I'll tell him not to stop it and he will.
No, it won't.
It's awful. But anything else you want to add about the movie?
It was garbage, and that was not a werewolf.
Yeah, the werewolves were in it
That
for
was
like
a
2
monkey
minutes.
dog.
Was it like a...
It was just like an
Excuse me, nobody saw me scratch my penis until you looked down.
What?
Yeah, I was giving myself the itch like you do from time to time, right? And Angelo had to glance down. That was a sexy face you just made there. But yeah,
old man.
Oh, look at that.
This is devolved, hasn't it? We're not even talking about the movie anymore. It's
Well,
okay.
Nazi Werewolves. I never saw the movie, so.
It's bad. It is very bad.
You don't ever want to see the movie?
Like it had
Wait, there's a love story between the two Nazis that
Oh, yeah,
become
there
the
is.
werewolf.
And that's the other thing. It's werewolves of the Third Reich, right? But the
Werewolves
two
of the
people who
Third
become
Reich.
werewolves want to turn against the Third Reich. So they're not even werewolves of the Third Reich. But when they become werewolves, they're suddenly cool with being
Why
Nazis
did they
again.
want to turn against the Third Reich?
Because they were going to kill them because they were having an affair or something. Yeah. And one of them tried to run away. They wanted to run away
Was
together.
that a part of Hitler's utopia?
I don't know. But it's a bad movie. It's not good. It's not good.
When you need Jordan Peterson.
Who's Jordan Peterson? He's shaking his head at me.
What the fuck, dude? Nigga doesn't know Gavin McInnes. Nigga doesn't know Jordan Peterson. Nigga doesn't know
Donnie Trump.
Donnie Trump. Drain the swamp. You should link that video, Place Boy, since we referenced it in this video.
Stop. You're gonna hurt your fists.
Snowman
That's my
is
concern.
beating him to death. Slowly but surely. And then
Okay.
we will feed him to the turtle.
Alright, I think that's probably good.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, hit the stop button.
Go
You
ahead.
sure?
Yeah, hit it. Then here you
You sure?
Yeah.
No.
No? You sure?
No.
You sure? You sure? It's only 5 minutes.
5 minutes is plenty.
Well, 5 more minutes. We'll hit the 10-minute mark. Monetization
But
City.
I'm not monetized. And even if we were,
We are monetized. What are you talking about? You got to be upfront with the people. If
I'm
you're
not
gonna make
monetized
money.
though. Not yet. Maybe one day. I don't
How
know.
you get monetized is you just do it.
Yeah.
Animate. Anyways.
And here we have DeBruns with his review of the movie. What'd you think?
Eh,
Eh?
it was terrible. But it was hilarious because bad acting and bad CGI.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
Is that all you have to say about it?
Yeah.
The werewolf? Paez Llora! You're watching Fugitive Red Eye, and this is movies you probably never fucking heard of. As you can see, Snowman is not here today.
I am Snowman. What the fuck are you talking about?
He wouldn't wear the mask. I wanted to do this whole gag where he'd wear the snowman mask and we'd be like, hey, see, nothing's changed, but this faggot didn't want to be Snowman, so...
I
Anyway.
can't. There's Ghost!
There's Ghost! I have met Ghost!
Why don't you believe me?
Why don't you trust me? I'm gonna go get the case. So, on this episode of Movies You Probably Never Fucking Heard Of, we're talking about 24 Hours Ghost Story. So this is like the story of this group of friends that buy this convenience store, and it's haunted. And the guy who first gets the store immediately says, oh, this place is haunted! And then the ghost starts making ghost noises, trademark, and it starts freaking him out, and he's like, no, that is Ghost! And this is very clearly a bootleg. I had never heard of this movie before, and I found it on eBay, just looking up obscure Asian VCDs. But this is very clearly a bootleg that was ripped straight from a Laserdisc, and it's very clearly Chinese people writing the English subtitles, because the grammar is fucking atrocious. Like, they're constantly saying shit like, there is Ghost, or I have met Ghost.
Or I need to stool.
Oh yeah, when they need a shit, they say, I need to stool, or I want to stool. Or there's a little kid's like, Mom, I want to piss, and then they kidnap the kid and they put his piss in a cup to dump on the ghost. That actually happens.
Because for some reason, ghosts are afraid of kids' urine.
Yeah.
Oh, and foreheads.
Yeah, apparently if you show your forehead to a ghost, apparently the light on your forehead will scare them off. Never mind that it's already a very well-lit store, and if ghosts were afraid of light, they wouldn't be in there in the first place.
Don't forget the dog's tail.
Oh yeah, they were going to cut off a puppy's tail, but both of them were too much of a pussy to cut off the dog's tail, so they just hold the dog's ass up to the ghost, and they're like, yeah, I have black dog's tail!
It was so bad that it was amazing.
Yeah, I fucking... And then there's a part where, like, the ghost forces them to drink the kid's pee that they had gotten to kill the ghost. And then there's this exorcist that they go to that just gets rammed up and down.
And he goes, "Oh, yeah."
And the ghost is just a kid with white face paint, which they explain later, but still, it's not very scary. And I mean, it's the spookiest thing I've ever seen. Sorry.
And then there's this one of the guys that has a girlfriend and has a different name for each of his girlfriends.
Oh yeah, so he has a girlfriend named Apple, and with Apple his name is Ah. And then he has a girlfriend named Bobo, and with Bobo his name is Bosco. And he has a girlfriend named what's the one? It's Carmen, and with Carmen he tells her his name is Charles. And then he has a girlfriend named Doris, and then he tells her his name is Den. So he's going through all the alphabet. I'm willing to bet by the end he'll have 26. They don't show it, but it's very heavily implied.
And then there's this one part in the middle of it where he's just talking about how Apple migrated to Canada. And then later in the fucking movie, she just comes out of nowhere and they don't speak about anything.
Yeah, well, they're like, what are you doing back here? Or no, they do say, what are you doing here? And then she doesn't really give them a straight answer.
It's so fucking weird.
What was that other thing? There was more stuff to it that I said had to be said. Oh, so there's a part where the main character's having a nightmare, and this chick starts coming onto him and like takes his shirt off and starts sucking his nipple.
No.
And he's like, no, stop, no. And then like apparently, then they try to kill him, and then there's a part where this chick skins her cat. And she's like, you damn cat, I'm gonna skin you. And she fucking skins the cat.
Skin.
Yeah, I want your skin. She fucking skins the cat.
And then tomorrow, the next day, she just has no memory of that. And, oh, you found my cat, have you?
Yeah, I guess they were possessed. And then I'm pretty sure that one guy like ate the Exorcist, because the Exorcist was never seen again after that one scene, and that one guy was shown eating some sort of meat. So I think that one of the people ate the Exorcist, but I'm not 100% sure that happened. The Exorcist may just have left. I don't fucking know. They don't really tell you. And the movie like ends really abruptly. Like at the end, the main character gets obsessed because I guess they don't know what the word possessed means, so they say obsessed instead. So the main character gets obsessed by a ghost,
and he paints his face white like the ghost is, and then he tries to kill them. Well, he asks them, "Do you trust me?"
Yeah, and then he tries to kill his friends, and then like they stab him, and they're like, "Oh, he's gonna be all right." And then they take him to the hospital, and that's when the credits roll.
It was so fucking weird.
It's a fucking weird movie. Like
the thing is, the ghost didn't force them to drink the urine.
No, he just here, drink it.
He sticks the straw in and hands it over to
Yeah,
him.
and like, I just think it's funny that they kidnapped a little kid just to steal his piss. I mean, what's that kid gonna tell his mom? Mommy, this strange man took me into his van and made me pee in a cup. Yeah, that's a great... Oh, and there's a part where one of the guys fakes that he's gay to get away from his girlfriend, and it's like the weirdest shit ever, because he's like, I love a man, and I want him to go down on me with his mustache, and then the chick's just like, okay, just stop it. It's fucking weird. It's just I thought he was actually gay for a second, but then I understood he was just trying to get rid of the bitch. But before that, I was like, what the fuck? This is out of nowhere. I don't know. It is a treat. It is a treat. It is ham in the paint. It is paint in the ham. And 10 out of 10 would buy again. But 24 Hours Ghost Story.
Why is it 24 hours? It takes over like 3 days.
Yeah, I was about to say that. So this story takes place over the course of like 3 days, and it's called 24 Hours Ghost Story. My guess is the convenience store is supposed to be open 24/7, so maybe that's where the joke is, or that's where the name comes from, rather. But I can't be 100% sure, but what we do know for sure is that there is Ghost. I have met Ghost. Okay, there is Ghost. Mama, I have met Ghost. Anything else you want to add?
There is Ghost!
Subscribe to Fiji Red Eye.
Suck it, you shit.
Super moist. But you're watching Fugitive Red Eye, and this is another movies you probably never fucking heard of. And today we'll be talking about Inside, which, is it the 2006 movie? 2007? I think it's 2006, okay. And this is an interesting movie that Corbin here was telling me about for like ever. But originally when he told me about it, he didn't remember the title. He called it Buried, I think, because of what happens towards the end of the movie. Also, this case is a major spoiler. And so this movie is one we watched together for movie night. And it started out kind of slow. It's originally about this guy who's kind of like a creepy stalker that's like just like to follow people around and observe them so he can see what real humans are like and be a real boy.
Yeah, the beginning's kind of pretentious.
Yeah, the beginning's really fucking pretentious. And there's this girl that's like quirky and different for the sake of being quirky and different. And she's the worst character in the movie.
Yeah. She's not even really good towards the end. She's kind of awful.
Yeah. Her name's like Josie, I think. I don't remember. What's the main character? The main character's name is Alex, right? Yeah, it's Alex.
Josie. It was like Josie and the Pussycats.
Yeah, Josie and the Pussycats. And then Alex is the main character, but anyway, so he starts like stalking this couple, and like he goes to their house and like goes inside, but instead of like freaking the fuck out because there's some guy in their house, they're like, wait a minute, this guy looks exactly like our son. He's like the same actor. So they're like, oh look, we should let him stay because he looks exactly like our son. And he's like, searching for attention, and we kept making the joke in the movie that he had like an Oedipus complex and wanted to like role play with the mom character.
Yeah. I mean, it really feels like you're watching it. Honestly.
Yeah, there's a lot of sexual tension throughout the movie, it feels like.
Yeah.
Like
at any moment he's gonna be like that. This isn't a bathtub.
He mentions to the characters, to the parents, the couple. He mentions to the couple that he doesn't remember his own parents, right? And they're like, oh, this is a sign from Jaius himself, who was hanged from the fir tree, which is why we celebrate Christmas. They say, this is a message from Jesus Christ himself, that our son is back. It's him. It's really him, boys. So they actually believe that he is their son. That he's not just, a dead ringer for their son. He is their fucking son. And they start to believe this. Mm. And he gets really uncomfortable with that, and he tries to fucking leave. And he gets hit by a car, and then just conveniently happens to get wounded in the exact same way their son was crippled.
Yeah, they're the type of Christian that doesn't believe in like actual like medicine.
Yeah.
Right.
Some like I believe they are like shown to be like, I think it's called Christian Scientists. I don't remember if that's what it's called. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the type of people who don't believe in seeking medical attention, instead they believe in healing through like prayer only, which is really dangerous to your health. So they're like, we can treat your wounds ourselves, and so like they're like, because it went so well with our actual son who's dead and may or may not be buried in the backyard, foreshadowing, but
yeah, I don't understand why they're still giving that a chance. It didn't work.
But yeah, they're just like, he used to, like they show this spot in the garden where they're like, this used to be where he would plant the flowers. And it's like, I remember I asked Corbin, like, as that scene, like, he's fucking buried there, isn't he? And Corbin's like, maybe.
I really didn't know if he was or not.
He was, though.
Yeah.
And, gotta say, as soon as he gets, like, taken in by the couple and they're, like, treating his wounds, the movie becomes fucking great. Like,
yeah, it really is good.
It gets, like, more and more intense as it goes on. It's really claustrophobic. It's kind of like Misery, where he's just, like, trapped with them. And
well, I think it's definitely inspired by Misery, I think.
I could see that. Yeah, I definitely think that could be a possibility. But they start telling him, no, you are...
think it's better.
I don't know if I like it better than Misery. I think that's a tough one. I think it was
more enjoyable than Misery.
I think it was more intense than Misery.
Yeah. I honestly felt like a bigger emotional connection to the mother in this movie than I did with the villain of Misery.
Yeah, I could see that. And, like, the father in this is, like, you can kind of tell he knows that what they're doing is wrong and that he doesn't actually believe it, but he's in denial, so... Like, he's in denial.
He wants to believe it.
Yeah, he wants to believe it, so... and then they get this psychologist to come out to help, get him back to his true self, and as far as everyone knows, because nobody knows that their son is dead. And so the psychologist is saying, no, you are Timmy, you are their son. And he's telling him that he is, and telling him he needs to, like, act like it, and telling the mother that she needs to be firm with him, which she takes to a whole new fucking level and starts, like, breaking shit and being very abusive and, like, tying him to the bed and shit.
Say the thing.
I don't need this shit, you stupid, abusive, sadistic fucking whore. Do you want to see how it feels, mommy? Here it comes, get ready to die!
Yeah.
Yeah, so she, like, ties him to the bed and, like, won't let him, like, eat at one point. Like, she makes him watch, like, a movie over and over again until he can remember the title of the movie for, like, several days.
And it was like the most boring, crappy movie ever.
Yeah. But apparently it was Timmy's favorite movie.
Yeah. And, like, at this beginning of it, it's always, like, there's, like, calm people talk. I can't remember what it was they were saying, but they play the same line over and over.
Yeah. Where it's like, this is your new substitute teacher or whatever. I don't fucking know what it was.
It is honestly it is scary to think about being in that situation, the same situation he's in though.
Yeah, you're like tied to a fucking bed, forced to watch this boring ass movie for several days without food or water or restroom breaks.
Yeah.
That's
And
terrible.
then there's honestly, like, I never thought that like a blowing out candle scene would have been scary for me, but like
right?
a scene with the cake though, where they're like, which slice do you want? And he's like actually like getting nervous. He doesn't know what the decide, but
And he's like, oh, I'll take the whole thing, and takes a bite.
Yeah.
Which, hey, I mean, it worked.
It's like because the movie becomes scary because you genuinely like the whole time like are they gonna?
You're constantly wondering if they're gonna take it too far and like accidentally like kill him.
Yeah.
And then like so then later on in the movie, he's running away and like trying to escape, and he like trips and he hits his head and bleeds in the exact same spot that their son hit his head and bleed. Again, a lot of conveniences in this movie, I do gotta say. Because also the psychologist that he talked to earlier in the movie is actually Josie's father, and like she finds the files because she's also conveniently a kleptomaniac. So she steals the files and sees that it's Alex, and then she goes and rescues him.
Do you think these conveniences are like intentional? There's some sort of connection between all these things, or do you think it's just bad writing?
A little bit of both, I think. Because I mean, conveniences like that can happen in the real world. There's a lot of bad shit. Like there's a lot of crazy shit that happens. It's like a friend of mine calls it the universe has bad writing. So there's a lot of shit that is like, okay, fair enough. I think I can put up with the conveniences because I think the movie's intense enough to warrant it.
What I was trying to say though is the suspense of the movie is constantly. You never know if he's gonna say the wrong thing and if he's gonna slip up too much to where they're gonna get real mad at him
and like abuse him or tie him up or like.
It's always.
It's
like it feels like a pointless situation. Like it feels like no matter what, he's gonna say the wrong thing.
Yeah. Goddamn, did she take it too far when they said firm? I mean, shit. Like I remember there's a scene where he's like trying to like plant flowers in the garden, and every time he plants something in the wrong spot, she'll like break some glass. And I think she she cuts herself on it.
Good scene.
Yeah, that was a really good scene.
Yeah, that might be actually the best scene in the movie.
That's a good one. Also he does get buried alive in the coffin in the garden after he hits his head because they think he's dead. And so he gets buried alive, and then Josie comes and conveniently he wasn't underground too long, so she's able to dig him up. And she can hear him through the dirt, I guess, because they buried... And also, very conveniently, they did not bury him very deep. It's just, like, under, one layer of fucking dirt.
He probably could have got out of that, honestly, if he tried hard enough.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe the coffin had, like, a latch on it or something.
He could have Kill Bill his way out of there. It looked so easy in Kill Bill.
But yeah, no, that looked terrifying. Genuinely a great movie. I think the beginning of it's a little slow and takes some getting used to, but...
I like that it progressively becomes more and more claustrophobic to the point where he's literally in a coffin underground.
Yeah.
I really like that.
I don't really care for Josie, and I think some of the pretentious dialogue kind of towards the beginning is a little lame, but I think otherwise it's a great movie.
Yeah, like right after like the family is introduced, the movie becomes like as soon as he's with the family, it's a great movie. Yeah.
But yeah, very fun movie. I would highly recommend it, and it's a movie you've probably never fucking heard of. All right, boys. You're watching Fugitive Red Eye, and welcome back to movies you probably never fucking heard of. Been a few years since the last episode, actually. The last one we did was of that movie Inside. And that was the first one I did with Corbin. This time we're doing it with the Discord server, and this is probably also the most well-known movie we've done in this series, because that's kind of the gimmick of the series, is they're not supposed to be known. But this one I think qualifies enough. Nostalgia Critic did do a video on it, I think Horizons was saying, so I think that does...
No, Good Bad Flicks did it.
Oh, Good Bad
not
Flicks did, and it's not Nostalgia Critic. I thought you said Nostalgia Critic did. Okay, Good Bad Flicks did, okay. Interestingly, so the movie we're watching, as the title of this video implies, is Nothing But Trouble. And we just finished watching it, and it's basically, it's a movie about this couple that gets arrested in this town, and then ends up with basically like a much wackier version of like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre type family. And you guys can chime in whenever you want, by the way. That's just how this works. I don't understand why people hate this movie.
Alright, bitch, I guess I'll chime in since you have nothing to say. Okay, so this movie basically plays off the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. People end up in a weird backwards town in the middle of nowhere, and you know they get roped into going into a house. Another movie that plays off, of course, that plays into it. But they get roped into going into a house.
You got cut out there.
Oh shit, my bad. House of a Thousand Corpses.
Well, yeah,
same
obviously.
premise. And they get roped into going into a house, and they, this is like Fugitive said, it's a much lighter take on theme. So, they were caught speeding. Of course, the main character, decides to listen to the Italians in the back, tries to cop.
Who are
which
actually
they're not
Brazilian,
Italian.
yeah.
calling them Italian.
But basically, they're Italians, but a little Mexican or something. Anyways,
Basically
so they get
Italian,
into
but a
a
little
fucking
Mexican.
street race. So they get into a street race, and then the cop that's chasing them is played by John Candy, and he has like these switches in his police cruiser that allow him to create a barricade, and so they get drove directly. They basically chased into the house,
The town.
the house
basically.
of this main guy.
Yeah, and that's the thing that was cool, is all the little switches and buttons, and how the judge, who's played by Dan Aykroyd, who also wrote this movie.
And directed it.
Yeah, and directed it. The judge has, like, similar buttons on his piano that let him control shit.
Yeah, it's a Switch-heavy movie. It was probably sponsored by Radio Shack.
Yeah, it was possibly sponsored by NordVPN. Oh,
I don't know about that, Horizons. His joke made more sense.
Horizons.
okay, yeah, your
Fired.
joke made more sense.
Fired Horizons.
Also, there was these big baby-looking motherfuckers called Bobo and Little Devil, and they kind of look
I
like...
don't know if they was it radiation or inbreeding? What the hell are those things?
I say radiation.
My guess was inbreeding.
that's what I was-
They never
like,
explained
kind
them,
of-
but maybe it was
I
radiation.
just figured they were mutants.
Well, yeah, they were freaks. They were like, if Sloth from the Goonies put on a shitload of weight, they look like that.
Yeah,
I
there's
mean, I
some
think
kind
that's
of
what it
weird...
was just trying to be was Goonies.
It was also kind of Goonies-like, because the family from Goonies is kind of similar in some ways. Like, Sloth's the only one that's really deformed, but...
Mm-hmm. But I mean, like,
Yeah,
even
had
like
a lot of
the
names.
slide they're on.
Yeah, like, there's like a fucking, like, super fun happy slide that they trigger, so people can slide down through the trap door. And there's also, this big grinder thing. There's this big, like, roller coaster called Mr. Bone Stripper that, like, executes people and, like, spits out their bones.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that was awesome.
I mean, one of the women in that movie almost got guillotined.
But yeah, they had this big, fucking three-bladed guillotine type thing that they were gonna drop on her. And then it was, like, attached to some sort of farm equipment, almost looked like.
Yeah, I think those are like a thing you put on a tractor.
Let's see. Dan Aykroyd apparently based this movie on a real encounter he had, and I wonder just how much of it is based on anything real, because this movie is pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah, this movie is really fucking crazy. Because he based this off of a time he got caught speeding after he wrapped up filming an SNL episode. He was heading back into Canada and got caught speeding and had to deal with this kangaroo court,
We're not in Australia. But
but that's how good graphics describe the story, you know.
Okay. Well,
I think that the Aykroyd even said that they like made him eat with them like in the movie.
they made him eat with them.
Yeah, it was like it was like a woman in real life, not a man.
That's funny. Yeah, like they have the people like that they take prisoner. They take the main cast prisoner. This family does, and then they're like making him eat dinner with them. Which again, there's multiple times that Chevy Chase could have just shut his fucking mouth and things would have gone a lot better for him.
Yeah.
Like early on, they would have probably let him go if he wasn't just being a disrespectful cunt and like smoking and swearing in court at the judge.
What's weird is I honestly think Chevy Chase's character is the weirdest character. The way he reacts to everything.
Well, it's funny because he gets like peer pressured into speeding, and then continuing to run from the police, and then
He's a banker.
And then like the fucking Demi Moore's character's like, no, we should probably pull over now, and he's like, no, and so he just keeps driving like a maniac.
It's that fucking banker mentality. You know, I think that the antagonist of the main antagonist, I think he's actually secretly a good guy.
Yeah, I mean, really, all the people he's killing are like killing drug dealers and bankers.
Yeah, that's the recurring
so in the
thing is him
movie-
killing bankers. Yeah.
In the movie, there's like a group of, I don't even know what to call them. I'm just gonna say they're from New Jersey. There's a group of people from New Jersey that come through and they're doing drugs and they pulled over by John Candy, and one of them pulls a gun out on John Candy. You know, he's a badass, so he pulls out like a Mac 11.
Yeah, John Candy
on that
does the
guy?
Uno reverse card, pulls out a bigger gun.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, oh,
no,
you think that's
please
a gun?
don't
No, this
kill
is
me.
a gun.
Yeah, exactly. You call that a gun? That's a gun.
Yeah, and this movie also has
this is a
Tupac
gun.
in it.
And then so they get taken to court, and Dan Aykroyd as Dick knows, he's like, all right, so basically you're caught with a bunch of cocaine, drugs, guns, weapons, paraphernalia, etc., and I sentence you all to death. That's when we see, what was it, Mr. Bone Stripper?
Yeah.
That's the first time we see Mr. Bone
Yeah,
Stripper
that's when we're
in
gonna see
action.
Mr. Bones' Wild Ride.
Yeah. And they want off of it, but they're too like they're from New Jersey, so they can't get off.
Yes, they can't get off Mr. Bones' Wild Ride. Not gonna happen.
I admire the judicial system of Vulcanvania.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the name of the town.
Vulcanvania is pretty solid. Yeah.
The set that was used for this movie is pretty fucking well made. I gotta say that.
Oh yeah, the roller coaster and
absolutely.
shit. Yeah.
Especially
Everything. I mean, the
Yeah,
house.
this whole house was cool. Like there was like all sorts of secret passages, trap doors, and all sorts of crazy shit in there.
surprised. I wonder if that was the inspiration for Double Switch.
I don't know what that is.
It's an old game from a Sega CD from 1992.
Well, this came out in '91, so.
Yeah.
One thing I was going to mention is I've never seen anybody coin this, but this kind of fits into what I would Americana fantasy. Like even to an extent, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is that. It's just like, what would happen if you went to the middle of fucking nowhere? But this has that. This is just like even the Goonies.
Yeah, the Goonies.
It's
had
just
to
like
do,
weird.
Yeah. Or like Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah, well, yeah. So like, Lemony Snicket's Series of Unfortunate Events, I would say, is European or British, kind of like that whimsical kind of shit.
Although I'm pretty
This
sure
is
it
like
takes
a very
place in the
American.
US, though. But yeah.
I'm sure it does,
Yeah,
but
you're
it's,
saying like
it doesn't seem
stylistically,
American.
yeah, I get you.
Yeah, this is like very, very.
Yeah, I could see
No,
it.
there's something to that. There's something to that. I don't know what to coin this style, but it has that kind of.
I think it's already got a name, but I think it's like I don't know, like Gothic Americana kind of a lot of these movies.
Yeah, something like that. It's if it hasn't been named already, it should be. There's a lot of movies. I like them all, really. It's a cool.
Yeah, he's kind of a lot.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah,
but-
hold up. What the fuck? What the fuck's going on over here?
Apparently, like, the movie was, like, inspired
Okay.
by things like, Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, Psycho, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm just looking at Wikipedia right now. Rocky Horror Picture Show, The Munsters, so I could see it.
For me, it feels like Vacation meets Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which is literally a concept I've always wanted to see.
Yeah. Well, and I can see with some of the style of humor in this movie why you really wanted to watch Mouse Hunt after you watched this.
Yeah.
And Mouse Hunt was great.
Well, and, you know, Mouse Hunt also was inspired by similar type characters like Abbott and Costello and shit like that, too, kind of.
Yeah.
That stuff's good, man. That's a good thing to base movies off of, for sure.
And Dan Aykroyd is awesome. He's fucking nuts, but he's great.
As always.
I like that this movie really is, though, just the same plot as Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, also Tupac's
It's not
in this
entirely
movie.
the same plot.
Yeah, Tupac's in this movie, and then a bunch of other rappers are, too.
Yeah, nose guy. There's a guy who has a, like, Groucho Marx nose. Which I think is funny. I think that's the reason why the judge lets him off. You know, he sees the nose. He has a penis nose that's removable, and he's like, "Oh shit, that guy's also got a nose. He's a nose guy." So I think there's like a nose guy connection, which is cool.
By the way, the Baldwin that was in this was Daniel Baldwin. I knew it was a Baldwin, I just didn't know which one.
Daniel Baldwin. Okay. So there's a Baldwin in the movie.
Yeah, he's one of the drug dealers who goes on Mr. Bones' wild ride.
Yeah, and he actually shot Dan Aykroyd twice.
Yeah,
Wait,
he shot Dan Aykroyd twice, and then he got on his phone and
yeah.
bitched about how it was all Dan Aykroyd's fault.
Yeah, but of course Dan Aykroyd just like pulled the bullets out himself and threw him on the ground.
Yeah, and then threatened him with a crystal skull.
And then he called his daughter and
crystal skull that lights up.
Oh yeah, John Candy also plays like this fat granddaughter character, who is like is literally just John Candy in drag, and she's a mute.
It's done for laughs.
And they're trying to get her. They're trying to get her to like trying to get Chevy Chase to marry her.
Yeah, it's just like a fat freak.
Yeah, someone that would be on my 600-pound life today.
By the way,
you know?
apparently there's a song in this movie called "Bone Stripper."
Yeah, the song from the scene.
Yeah.
It's like, Bone Stripper!
Yeah, I haven't heard that song before this movie, so there you go. I'm sure it was probably made for the movie, right?
I'm sure it was, yeah. Bet this movie has a good soundtrack. Let me look at my DVD copy. Let's check it out.
What are the other rappers that are in this besides Tupac, though? Because I know there was another one who's pretty well known.
Digital Underground.
Oh, okay.
That's the it's a rap group that Tupac was in before he became Tupac.
Gotcha.
So there's
Demi
probably some
Moore.
other famous rappers in it.
Yeah, Demi Moore was in this, but she had like a really like not appealing like Nancy Reagan style haircut.
Yeah. Oh, the best scenes were her falling on her butt.
Yeah, she had nice tits as well. So basically, you have a little bit of eye candy with her. You know, it's pretty good.
Just cut her head off.
Yeah, there you go.
About that.
The perfect woman.
Well, I'm saying it, I didn't. So,
What I was hoping would have happened in the movie is that when they're driving away at the end, if it just ended on Chevy Chase saying, "Man, that was nothing but trouble."
Yeah.
You do
I
see
like
the
way it
line in the
ended, though,
movie.
where he-
Yeah, the
where,
ending
like,
is
Looney
good.
Tunes jumped through the wall.
Yeah, he fucking just he literally did a Bugs Bunny hop through the wall, leaving a Chevy Chase shaped hole.
Yeah, and the guy's like, because the guy in the news, fucking Dan Aykroyd's like, "See you soon, banker," and he just jumps through the wall and says, "No, you won't."
Yeah. Also, there's a big ass explosion, which somehow every single one of these fucking inbred, whatever they are, survived.
They're resilient.
Oh yeah.
They're resilient, man.
Really, the superior beings.
I would say
Yes.
so, yeah.
Anything else you guys want to add, or should I wrap it up?
Wrap it up.
Read.
I've said what I wanted
All
to
right.
say.
Well, that's one vote for wrapping it up, but
Horizons. I've got your fucking name. I've got your fucking card, buddy. All right. Anyways, so I'm gonna read a few things off the back of the DVD.
Okay.
Apparently, Alvin Valkenheiser, you know, Dan Aykroyd, he's 106 years old. So that's hinted throughout many scenes. You know, he's talking about like fighting in World War I and things like that.
Right.
Which is really interesting because they live on top of a fucking abandoned coal mine.
Yeah.
Or coke mine, sorry. It's a coke mine. which is like coal, so basically the same shit. But I thought that was cool how he's fucking old as hell, and like there's a scene where he's pulling all of his limbs off to go to bed. I thought that was cool as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Putting his nose up. He has like a little stand for his nose. He pulls his fucking nose, which is a penis. He takes his leg off.
Yeah.
His hair. He doesn't have any hair. But like the wig that he has is balding, which is really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has like a bald guy wig.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's also a lot of bones in the movie, which is cool.
The dinner
Right,
scene
that's
was
all I
pretty
got.
good
Yeah.
with like the weird looking hot dogs and the fucking train with
fuck, how can we
condiments.
forget?
Yeah.
The disgusting, like there's a gross sausage.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love where he's got the train condiments, and he's like, I prefer mine with condiments. I suggest you have yours the same way.
Yeah, mix them up. He's like, hey, mix up all the condiments.
Yeah,
Of course,
I
they
don't know why he
wanna
was
eat it.
insisted, like he wanted them to use condiments so much.
Well, he was trying to
Well,
be
he
like he
likes
was
the
actually
train.
trying to be hospitable too, like legitimately. Like,
Yeah, like,
if Chevy
honestly, he
Chase
was
would have just
really
eaten the
cool guy.
fucking hot dog, he would have been fine.
That's all it would have taken. You know, if he would have ate the fucking hot dog, they would have been on their way.
And you see, that's how
But
people.
Chevy Chase is a dick.
That's how actresses get ahead in Hollywood too. Is they just eat the fucking hot dog, if you know what I mean, and then they're fine.
Yeah. Cats and couch.
Yeah, they go to Volkenheiser's house, and if they just eat the fucking hot dog, they're fine. I agree.
It do be like that.
Same thing. They pop the train out, you know.
Then they run a train.
Well, yeah, they run the train full of condiments for the hot dog.
All right, is that all for everybody, or anyone else want to add?
I'm good.
We know you're good,
That's
Horizon.
a wrap.
I do like his walls were full of bones.
Yeah, that was cool.
The bones, man. I'm telling you, the bones. 10 out of 10 bones for sure. A lot of bones.
Yeah, I gotta say though, that movie, you know, that whole situation really did seem like nothing but trouble.
What a grand adventure this has been. God bless us, everyone. God, yeah. As soon as I can walk again, I'm gonna kick that kid's ass.
What are you doing?
Subscribe to Fugitive Red Eye.